Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Final Fantasy Randomizer Duck Derby. We're here for Week 4 shenanigans. My name is Lorphin Borfin, and joined with me in the booth today is Celerio Rex. How's it going, man?
Good morning. I'm doing pretty well. Fine and dandy like sour candy. Can't wait to see these ducks duke it out.
So, let's talk flags real quick before we even get into the party. What we've got for us today is we've got free airship, we've got no walking encounters, we have no early sages and no early Sarda, so we're going to have to do Earth Cave stuff pretty much as soon as we're able. These flags scream at the top of their lungs, take a black belt, do a grind as soon as you can. And yet we've got two people here ready to buck trends with Fighter Thief White Black. What do you think of that?
I think it's a bold choice. I definitely think that fighters are going to lend themselves to opening more chests, which can slow you down. But if there are, racers here that are nervous about taking that grind, nervous about losing a potential grind, a lost grind is a ton of lost time. So maybe that's their thought. Maybe there's a lot of open chests here. Maybe they're hitting Cardium, hitting a bunch of chests early to try to make up for that difference. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the black belt strats, so we'll have to see what happens.
Talking about blessings today, and I believe we noted it at one point. So these fighters really have an uphill battle in front of them. Not only are they taking on black belts on a black belt map, and we're off, but they're also going to have to do it with no ribbon. So even if we happen to open a ribbon immediately, the fighter's not going to be able to use it. And out of the gate, we've got Zap and Quad X and Harm 2 for the white mages and Exit for the white mages. Oh boy.
We do have Warp in there, which may be useful for these runners if they're making those deep dives, grabbing some of those chests. Making that volcano play to get the armory there, warping out real quick, is going to be a time saver. I love seeing the early warp. And the fact that there's warp and exit, it's just a gift of magic. Unfortunately, without a solid clear here, we might be in a little bit of trouble. Doesn't look like there's a lot in the armor and or weapons categories. Houses are kind of expensive. Is that 2.3k for a house? So early houses might be hard to come by. We've got a few folks up there whapping on Garland real quick, but looks like Forsaken Sadness only took Warp on his Black Mages there. Didn't grab any of the other spells.
Interesting. I wonder if we're just hoping that level 2 will solve all our problems for us, but still gotta get through that Garland.
There was Zap. Oh, there is Zap on the last one? Alright, my bad, but...
Maybe Zap was expensive. I missed the prices.
Maybe. The Quad X was also there, so, Quad X is an easy pull for me every time. That's a great spell, particularly at early levels. If you find an I grind or find, the blue D grind is not a bad one to have the Quad X for if it rolls low.
So
we do have... Go ahead.
I was going to say, we've got Forsaken making the very, very early Cardia dive. And here's what I love about this. It understands that we're headed for Pravoka in Elfland in short order, and we've got 3 mages. That magic is not going to purchase itself. But at the same time, TOF only has 3 boxes in it. Matoya only has 3 boxes in it. And Volcano Armory is 2 floors deep. So if we go here, we can get an okay number of boxes. They're either going to have cash or cash equivalents like that katana. And then as soon as we go to a town, we can just buy everything we want, not care about managing our resources. Everything's fine.
Alright, Magic level 2, we do get Lit 2, Lock 2, and Cake. So eat it up, boys.
Mm-hmm.
We found a katana, which is nice. Got some money there. We could sell that if we need to. Looks like everyone took a thief, though. So if we're looking at tail strats at all, might consider hanging on to it. Bikke passes us some underwater breathing. Thanks. That's how the pirates were getting their gold.
So let's talk incentives real quick. This is ostensibly an incentive hunt, and unfortunately, Oxyale is only half of the sea incentive puzzle, because we're also going to need the key, because today's sea incentive is at TFC, not in its normal location.
Do the thieves have the lockpicking flag today?
Yes, you got to get them to 15 or 20. I don't remember which, but yes. Lockpicking is tri-state. But if it's on, it's like 15 or 20.
Okay. So, big old question mark. Maybe it's good.
Yeah.
Maybe they're fine.
We'll find out when a very ambitious level 15 thief, whether they bounce off the door or not.
Well, there's got to be a bunch of doors you could try before then, right? You don't want to make C your first attempt. Maybe if you pick up the crown, or they've got the crown already, you could check those flags, or that door potentially.
Or, come with me on this journey, do C immediately for the memes.
The meme journey is often the best one. All right, not young me, definitely with a quick ice dive there, grabbing the ruby. Not what I would want to see, but
it's not great. It gets us another incentive check. It's fine. Meanwhile, we've got Jesus the Frog and Forsaken Sadness looking to round out their magic purchases with level 3 and level 4. I see Harm 4 for the White Mages at 4. I see Life 2 at 3 for a White Mage. That's bad news for Forsaken. Nuke at 4. Yeah, no, this seems like a bunch of magic I would want to take to places. And there's the loot in Elfland.
Now with the Nuke at 4 there, I guess that rounds out a lot of what we're looking for. I know we saw Temper, correct?
Did
we seen Temper?
I don't think we did.
Maybe I'm mistaken.
Unless it was at 4 and I missed it.
But I mean, once you get Nuke, I mean, fast Temper, that's all you need. That's it. End of story. End of magic hunt.
And Forsaken manages to get the loot while in Elfland, so we don't have to come back. But
yeah, he did get that. I think that. Yep. There. Did he sell that katana? I think he just sold that katana so that he could pick up that. So that he could pick up that loot. He doesn't want to make that double dive, which completely respect that decision. I think that that early Cardia check is really coming in hot for him here. We've got our other two runners polishing off Astos for the TNT. So we're going to continue our circuit around the Inner Sea, but we've got Not Young Me going off for his Ruby check real quick.
Oh, I missed what the hint NPC said. Dang. But it doesn't matter because we got 3 Nuke casters.
Easy peasy. All right. No hooray, dwarf. Come on, Jesus the Frog. Check on our friend Hooray. And our TNT gives us a bottle. Did we check with the... I missed what the ruby turned into.
So the ruby turned into the white shirt. So that was just a straight womp womp.
Oh, Forsaken with a little movement madness down there. Got a little too excited. In and out of the stairs a few times.
Sometimes you just like ladders.
Yeah. Or, you gotta get your workout in. Kind of in the middle of your swamp dive. Take the stairs a few times. Gotta get those legs pumping. Or maybe he's got his Fitbit on. He's trying to get his stair levels in for the day.
So we've got Wiz Mummy Pack, and this is... I mean, we're not going to build our house here, but this is going to get us some needed levels to unlock some of those level 4 charges.
Hopefully. It does turn into the canal, which is, again, another womp womp.
Mhm.
So, unfortunate for the runners. You could probably skip Marsh and be fine with it. But
Yeah.
it's kind of an easy check at lower level mobs at this point, with the spells and everything that you have.
Mhm.
We are going to see what the bottle turns into here. Oh, just kidding. We're going to check.
Ooh.
There was Temper, level 7.
Level 7 Black Mage Learnable Temper. I feel like that's good news for Forsaken.
Ooh, level 8 fast. Gross.
Ugh. I feel like that's bad news for everyone.
Yep. Everyone loses except the observers. We win because it makes the seed harder.
Mhm.
It looks like they got that key, so we're not gonna, I think with the easy bottle into fairy turn in for the key, I don't know if we're gonna figure out if this thief has lock-picking abilities.
Question chat. Zap should be pretty quick on the mummies, I think. Generally, yes. It looks like Lightning 2 was ripping through them pretty efficiently. So I'd just probably stick with that. But if Lightning 2 was taking like 2 guaranteed casts to take down mummies, yeah, I'd go for Zap strats all the way.
Yeah, it looked like the default mummies had less than 100 HP, so the Lit 2 was ripping through them pretty easy. Alright, we're going to find out what is in C. Looks like Jesus the Frog takes that key find and goes immediately to TFC.
Meanwhile, not young me, I don't believe we've seen the rod yet, so this is a gamble on whether the Earth incentive or Sarda is gonna have the required rod to get through the rest of Earth Cave.
Now, if this pays off, it's gonna pay off big for him, I think.
I think so. Because in general, you want to avoid this until you have the rod.
Old strategy, Cotton. So, TFC turned into the defense sword. Not, again, what Jesus the Frog wanted to see, but he is going to check out Waterfall. Ooh, the rod is there!
Ooh. Oh, man.
Oh. Dope. Alright. Man, you'd love to see it.
Either that was Galaxy Brain strats, or there was a hint NPC somewhere.
I don't think he's checked any of the hint NPCs, so I think that was just the Galaxy Brain coming into play. All right, our waterfall robot has the tail, and Jesus just immediately nopes out. He resets. He doesn't even take any. Takes nothing. Doesn't want it. Doesn't need it. He throws it on the ground.
Yeah, if what you want in waterfall, or if what you want isn't in waterfall, just reset and do C. Or in this case, we just did C, so just reset and leave.
I'm surprised he didn't take the chests and warp out, though. He has warp.
So I believe Jesus is running a black belt setup, and honestly, the only gear you might think about needing is already incentivized. So we can just take the incentive boxes and just call it good.
All right. Not Young Me takes out Lich. First one with an Orblit.
At the 11-minute mark.
Zoom, zoom, baby. So now we get to find out what Sarda and our Circle of Sages are holding on to, which is awesome. That's 2 more incentives in the bank. Gets a crystal for free. Now, is it faster to go to the Circle of Sages now, or is it faster to go turn in the crystal? Which one's closer, Fizzer?
I would hit the Circle of Sages first. Just to get it done and out of the way, and from there I would probably make some decisions. If I was still looking for like Oxiel Key or like Chime Cube, you know, actual progression stuff like that, I would probably head straight for Matoya. See, there's our cube. But if I could do like Mirage Tower, I'd probably just head south and just do that immediately.
Got it. So he's got the cube now. So if the Circle of Sages are holding on to that chime, we might see that play. Otherwise, the volcano is right there.
And give me a minute. Seem to have lost one of my feeds.
Sir Tobe, come back to us. We miss you. Let's see, we've got Not Young Me picking up some silver +1 Cheerios, so gonna add a little defense to his squad here. We've got Jesus running on over to the Castle of Ordeals. Gonna check that out, grab an incentive there. And then we've got Forsaken. He found the Gur Shark Eye tile, which I believe is a top tier tile to be grinding on. There's lots of experience to be had there. The only kind of danger there, is if they have any big spells, but they typically can roll pretty high when it comes to kind of defensive stats. They can have a lot of HP. Those Gur Sharks can be pretty tanky. So you got to watch out for that. Looks like they do have Lit 3, which, oof. All right, Forsaken's going to lose a little time there. He does reset out. Unfortunately, that's a kind of a deep dive in there to get back down to that ice cave tile. Looks like he's going to abandon it and head for clearer waters, hopefully. Ooh, Jesus finding the Whizvamp Vampire tile. Could be dangerous again, but also not a terrible grind tile. There's a decent amount of experience to be had there. Ooh, and it looks like they kind of go down easy. This might be a good spot to pick up a few levels here. Looks like we're about to find out what's Armory. Oof, Saber T Catman. That's not a tile you want to grind on. Unfortunate. Get out of here.
So I missed the Gershark Big Eyes, but I feel like Gershark Big Eye is where I would try to build my castle if I had the opportunity.
Yeah, unfortunately they came out a little bit tanky and with Lit 3 just kind of ripped through Forsaken's party.
Yeah, never mind.
The Frog finding that the Castle Ordeal style is also not ideal with the Werewolf pile.
Mm-hmm.
Have not found that Gur Shark Eye tile was a good one, but we haven't really found a good tile to grind on here yet. Looks like Forsaken's going to check this tile, a Gurpeed tile. Ooh, what do you think about that, Fizzle?
I hate it. Thanks, I hate it.
All right, we're going to get a few extra checks here. It looks like Sartobalot is in Northwest Castle here. There are 2 tiles that he can check here for potential grind spots. Looks like Not Young Me is deep diving the volcano here, so we're gonna see what's in base volcano. Oh, it's eye time, but he's got fighter strats, so he doesn't need it. He doesn't care. Grab a few levels here and proceed on your way, and hope you find a sword.
But our black belt parties are gonna want that ASAP.
But I don't know. Who's going to check? I don't know. They might get desperate soon and start checking tiles, but I don't know. This is kind of an out-of-the-way check.
So here's the thing, is that the black belt will only succeed if it gets levels. It will only get levels with a grind. So both of our black belt parties will be checking tiles until they find one they're satisfied with, and quite frankly, I haven't seen any other ones that look functional. Like, Gershark Big Eye has Lightning 3, that's a total non-starter. So we gotta look somewhere else. And I haven't seen anything else that's even remotely approaching good enough. So, like, they'll bump into it. This
Gurnaga air tile.
Never melee grind airs. Just don't do it. It's gonna take you forever and they're worse than waters. Don't do it.
Just no. Say no to air.
Yeah.
Suffocate to succeed. You heard it here first.
Too much oxygen's gonna get you.
That's what you get for breathing the good air.
Right.
Oh.
So,
Shumbabi pointing out that Forsaken doesn't have the key yet.
No, but we did just pick up the bottle. And the bottle turns into the key, I believe. So we're only a short distance from having it.
The Frog getting his rod, finding the magic the magic box there with the rod right where you need it to be. Well, we've got a lot going on here. It looks like Not Young Me actually has a little bit of a lead here, I think, over the rest of our runners. He's got his Earth tile, or his Earth orb, and his Fire orb lit. We're still looking for a few additional incentive items here. We can't quite get our. Do we have the chime and the cube already?
We got Cube. Cube was the crystal turn-in. I do not believe we know where Chime is.
Oh, Sarah gave us the chime right away. We got it right off the bat, didn't we?
Did we? We did. Yes, Sarah had the chime. Okay, so we do have Chime Cube. We've got our ox heel. We've got our rod. We've got our loot for sale. We've got our key. Yeah, we know where everything is.
We're ready to go.
Oh, we, as in us watching this, know where everything is. The runners are probably still piecing together the last little bits of it right now.
But I think this is something that is important for less experienced runners to keep in mind. You don't need to check every spot. You don't need to find all of the incentive items. I think that it's very easy to get caught up in the idea that, like, you have to find more of these items.
Right.
Like, I don't know if Not Young Me saw the loot in Elfland, but if he did, he should be able to pick it up and know that he's in go mode from there and not have to. He needs a grind tile and to go.
Right.
I think recognizing that and keeping that in mind is important, particularly, I mean, for any runner that's running kind of these flag sets, but for inexperienced runners in particular.
Oh no. What is... Oh no. Are we building our castle on Whizvamp Vamp? Oh.
They didn't go down too hard. They hit hard.
Yeah.
But...
The mages will be going down if we do too many more of these pulls.
Well, maybe that's what... I mean, that's kind of what you want, though, right? You want the mages to be dead so that your punch man can punch?
So that the punch man can be dead shortly thereafter?
I mean, you take the good, you take the bad. Yeah, as Shimbabi points out in chat, maybe he's just killing the mages, and then he can solo grind the black belt somewhere. We do have, let's see, looks like Tobe and Forsaken are taking on our... Oof. Forsaken going ham with the vampires. That's spooky.
He is gambling on them spamming spells that we don't care about, and it's true that they start with Dark, but apparently they advance into Lit too, and also they have Toxic, which you need more than a very pretty face and a pack of six-pack abs to resist.
Unfortunate. I mean, I keep saying that, but... Oh well. Maybe one day, abs will defeat toxicity.
Not today.
Not on this day.
So,
all right.
Not Young Me making the climb through Mirage. Jesus in Volcano and Sir Tobalot also having fun in ordeals.
Probably.
I'm gonna say yes. Yep. No, we're still there.
Okay. Okay. Oh no, he did duck out. All right, Not Young Me, not checking anything. Racing. Oh, just kidding. He's gonna check these chests. Excuse my assumptions.
I mean, they're good chests to check. Sky 3 will frequently provide. It's not quite provided here, but like in the abstract, it provides.
Well, now that we have hindsight, we can say that it provided nothing.
It provides usually.
a giant sword +2.
Yeah, that's... I mean, if we didn't have a weapon before, we have one now. If silver swords at the store were awful.
I want to see now what Not Young is swinging. He's got a coral +1. All right, I guess we switch over to the giant sword from that, right? Maybe.
Well, we gotta leave the dragon sword on for Tia, but after that I think we flip to the giant sword. I forget which one is ever so slightly better than the other.
Yeah, it's a messy pool of stats in the middle there. Brackstrats. Oh, one shot, one kill. D.
The power of
sniper. All right, not young. 3 orbs lit. Heading on over to the Temple of Water. Looking to, have a little squid. Have some squid legs. Some deep fried squid. I could go for some of that right now. That would be a tasty lunch.
So, Jesus the Frog taking a rather unorthodox tile. The 4 to 7 or 4 to 8, 5 to 7, one of those sorcerers. If they don't roll any skills or spells, you will not find a safer tile in the game. Like, all they're gonna do is tickle you for like 2 hits, 2 damage. But you're gonna have to melee them, and they're gonna get a lot of turns. In terms of using this as a group grinding tile, this tile almost made my top 10 list back when I made it, but it's just not quite there. If you keep running into like too few sorcerers, it's just real bad compared to other options.
Interesting. Yeah, it looks like they did not roll anything nasty. It was just a lot of hits for less than 7 damage a pop. Mm-hmm. But again, I agree with you. There is a lot of... It's a time investment to take those tiles, just because there are so many individual monsters to bring low. So we've got more waterfall checks here. We know that the waterfall is just the tail.
Yep.
Nothing particularly interesting there. Not Young Me making that water dive. I don't think he has necessarily the weapons or the armor or the levels to quite take on Topher yet. So we'll have to see how this Kraken fight goes, but he's gonna have to make some decisions shortly thereafter.
No, if we had access to Fast, I might think that this is some kind of Zergresh approach to our looming short Topher. But Fast is level 8, and Temper's level 7. I am interested to see what the plan for Topher is.
Yeah, I mean, if they come out, particularly if the Fiends come out spell heavy, it's going to be really hard to keep up with that. He does have, I think he's got Invis 2 and the white shirt, so he can, and the defense sword, so he could be, not very hittable, but that's not going to save you if, Lich comes out with nuke and Carrie's got nuclears and, chaos is swirling about.
Question in chat, it's all Fiend refights, right? Or is it just the 2? Nope, it's all of them.
All 4 at the door.
Yep. All 4, and then the big dumb-looking chaos. Actually, you shouldn't insult the way he looks in this one if you don't have any weapons, because he will swirl you.
Yeah, he'll come for you.
Yeah.
So, we've got 2 in water. We did have Sir Tobalot taking advantage of the tail find. That's going to give his fighter access to the dragon armor that he picked up, which is pretty good. But we still don't have any kind of sword swings that come with that, unless he found... Did he find the katana that was in Cardia? I don't know if he picked up those Cardia chests or not.
I believe Forsaken is our only runner on screen to have dove Cardia. Meanwhile, Not Young Me going up against Kraken, white shirt out of the gate. We got our fighter casting Brack. Doesn't quite make it. Invis 2 goes off.
More white shirt, more Brack, more Brack, more Brack.
Harm 4 goes off for 125. Brack. Borgin into Chorgan. We're done with this squid. Let's head outside. We hit 20 across the board.
Oof. 20 is not... I don't know. I don't think that's enough. I think you need a few more levels there. I would like to see... I mean, he doesn't have fast. He doesn't have temper. I don't even think he's got a decent sword to swing. So we're going to have to see... Unless he finds a better sword, I feel like we're going to have to see 25, 26, 27, somewhere in there.
I think we're going to have to go sword hunting, and I think he understands that as well, because here comes the Cardia Dives looking for anything functional to swing.
Well, He's gonna find a katana.
But did he
Which
reset out
is
of the
not
tail?
what he's looking for.
Well, we're shuffling it, so I believe we might have kept the tail. Let's see if we dive. Okay, we did keep the tail. All right.
Yep. Yeah, I think Forsaken was the only one that saw the tail and dipped out. I think everyone else hung on to it.
I think someone else bailed on it as well. I think Jesus the Frog also bailed on it.
Oh. Jesus is looking. He is in trouble here in the bottom of. Oh, never mind. He's got life too. Everything's fine.
Warping out because we ran out of exit charges. Let's go.
And that's why we're glad we picked up both, right? All right, Sir Tobalot finally making that rod play, the special placed rod.
And Forsaken going for the Gershark Wizzsahag grind. Oh, I guess it was the big eyes that had the Lightning 3, but style is not very good. The Wizzahags are not worth a lot, and they have 1 billion health. The Gersharks are worth an okay amount, and also have 1 billion health. This is a lot of time for kind of a middling reward.
So nobody else has checked that those northwest castle tiles yet.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I feel vindicated in pointing out that it's out of the way. But I feel like runners are going to be kicking themselves for not checking that. Here we go. We've got Not Young Me checking the earth tiles here. We've got unrunnable trolls on the first tile.
Name checks out.
Oop, here we go. We've got Frog checking the tiles here.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be very happy. And the second tile, Cerberus. Cerberi?
Suburberus.
Suburberus. Got it.
Cerebus.
A half dozen Subarus are easily nuked, but not really experience heavy there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Frog's found his eye tile. I think he's gonna, buckle his seatbelt and just kind of ride that ride for a little while.
Mm-hmm. Oh, chat pointing out that the eyes have sleep touch. In the long list of problems on a tile, I think I could live with sleep touch. Especially when it's only on 3 targets.
Yeah, and they're not very tanky either, so. And the magic defense on the black belt, as he continues to gain levels, is really going to render that sleep touch useless, so.
Yeah. Even as soon as like the mid-20s, you're going to start kind of avoiding it.
Oh yeah, and he just hit 24, so he's basically there. I don't think that sleep touch is going to impact his grind here.
Can't help but notice the way that Forsaken is down to a solo and is headed in a Kraken-like direction.
Ooh.
What level did we get? Now that
it wasn't 32.
Now that we've lost the rest of our party to the Gershark Wizzahags. And why do we not check that? Oh, because we know what that other tile is. It's unrunnable Ankylos. That glance at you.
With glance. No. We do have Not Young Me into Temple of Fiends Revisited. He's taking his first Lich 1 fight. Here we go. We've got the Fighter throwing out nukes. We've got Harm 4 coming out. 141 damage. Nuke for... Oh, that was quite a bit of damage. Another nuke for 154. Ooh, Lich comes out with damage poison. Get damaged. Sayonara, Black Mage. Oh, but 302 damage knocks down Lich. I forget. It's a speed bump after all. We'll throw down some life. We'll throw down life 2, get our Black Mage back up, or I suppose Black Wizard at this point, and let's throw some spells at carry and see what happens.
Harm 4 goes out, 115. We're going to try some melee. 4 hits for 316. The ninja just gets absolutely detonated. Nuke for 360. Carry's still there. Worth noting, Our bosses today have clamped health. It's like 100 to 200%. Fade goes out for 82. Thanks, Fade. Nuke goes out for 100. Thanks, Nuke. 4 hits, 134. Carry still there. We are running through all our magical combat potential, and we got two big fiends.
Are down.
2 big fiends left to go.
These are going to be 2 spooky fights if he makes it through. Again, we didn't really find anything to swing for that knight, so the knight has just been throwing spells out, which is not what I want to see, but you know, when it comes down to it, that might be what we need here. Gonna get some invis, gonna get some nuke down, gonna throw out our solo. We've got a few temper casts, and he put it on the knight. Ninja swings. Decent amount of damage there. We got invis 2 going down. Temper, again on the knight. I question the knight choice. I feel like it should be on the katana wielder.
Yeah.
We've got Fade, we've got Nuke. Fade, 117. Is that an ice sword that he's wielding? The knight's wielding?
I thought unless we just found it, I think we were still stuck on either the dragon or the giant.
Alright, the white mage throws down some heals so that we can go into this Tiamat fight. We'll see what happens here.
Oh, we're going for Brack strats on Tia 2. 6% of the time, it works every time. Let's try it. Here goes Brack. Nope.
Oh, I wanted it to work. I wanted it. I want it real bad. Let's go.
Oh,
just kidding.
Tia says,
knocks
nah.
that black wizard for 500 damage.
Tia says, we ain't doing that. The mighty fighter swings in 2 hits, 2 damage. Let's see what this katana does. 2 hits, 64.
Ooh,
and Tia says, I see that healing going on. Let's not do that.
So, Tia hasn't busted out any scary spells yet, which I say to jinx our runners more than anything else.
Sure.
And it has just been swinging. So, if we have these invis charges and Tia doesn't, pop off with anything big, we can win this war of attrition. Fade coming down for another 123. Fight, and are we going to heal? Looks like we're going to heal. Cure 4 on that white wizard. Want to keep them up. Gonna keep swinging. 104 hits for 132 damage. That was not the damage you want to see. Again, though, Tia has not come out with any scary spells, so it is probably just attrition war time.
We're about to spend... No, wait, what are we doing? We're gonna go for Quad Axe. We've got 1 Fade charge left. We're gonna downgrade to harm 4. 4 hits, 195. Is the Quad Axe gonna get us there? It does.
Oh, it does.
We're through to Chaos, but we are on fumes at this point. And that was our melee-only Fiend. Like, that was our dream for what Chaos could have been.
Yeah. With Tia having apparently no spells or abilities, I think the chances that Chaos has nothing is almost 0.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. I'm clenching pretty hard. I don't know what's going to happen.
Well, yeah, there was an Ice +2 sword.
What?
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, now we're tempering the ninja. We've got the white shirt coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna try to dodge. More invis 2. Getting dodgier. The swing with the ice sword, 2 hits for some very unnecessary
2 hits, 2 damage.
So, Chaos opens with the lit 2. Not scary, does damage though.
No, I think the scary part of that lit 2 is that there's 7 spells behind it. And here's the nuke.
Oof. That rolled very high on a majority of his characters there.
Mm-hmm.
Ouch. So, more Invis 2 coming out. We're going to do drink strats. We're going to cure 4 our ninja. Let's see how that goes over. Ninja swings for just over 100 damage. Ice 2 comes out, takes out his Ninja and his White Wizard, and we get the reset. Yeah, we do not have the firepower yet. We need to grind a Reno or to find a Majestic Sword.
Yep. Meanwhile, I missed it, but Jesus the Frog has finished the black belt grind. I missed what level it's at. How much health does that thing have? Oh, we went all the way to 42 or higher.
Yep.
10 hits? Well, 9 hits. Close enough. 1,025 damage. Hits. Yeah, that black belt's ready for prime time.
Yep. One Punch Man is fully operational.
Question chat, did they get to choose classes, or were they random? There were no forced classes for today's flag set. These are all our runner's own choices.
They did this to themselves.
Yeah.
So we do have Not Young Me checking the Northwest Castle tiles. He's going to be really happy with this eye tile here, I think. Going to take this a few times, get that delicious experience. We do have Jesus the Frog taking that deep dive down into Volcano, getting his 4th orblet. Sir Tobalot's got 2 orbs. Looks like he is doing a fetch quest, filling out that crystal, checking that box. Still looking for his cube, I believe, and there it is. He is in go mode. And then we've got Forsaken Sadness. I think he's still trying to make this Gershark Wizdahag tile grind work.
Boy, he sure is. It's taking a while because it's bad experience, and it's taking twice as long because he's got 2 of them. So that he can have a caster, so that he can survive getting his face ripped off by Wizdahags.
This is just, and unfortunately, it's deep in the water area here. Like he's got to run on down to make this work out, and it's a rough spot to pick. But he got, looks like it was level 30, I think. 30 and 31, so his black belt, I believe, is level 30. His black mage is level 31, and looks like he's going to go for a Kraken fight.
Yeah, must have run out of AoE magic, so we're on Brackenhope's. No, level 30 black belt can theoretically take on a Kraken if it just sits on, like, ink forever.
Well, I feel like if it sits on ink forever, a level 7 white mage could do it, but...
First crack ineffective. Here comes Fire 2. That's definitely something we wanted to see. 3 hits 15. That's something we did not want to see. Let's try that again. 5 hits to 83. That's better. Fast is not really a concern here. It's going to be more like bouncing the rubble. Our final
Alright, we got Jesus the Frog is in Topher. His punchy man is just punched right through Lich.
Yep.
Just destroyed Lich. Here comes another punch for Carry. 10 hits for 1,100 and something damage. And then a nuke comes out, wraps up Carry. He is going to crunch right through these Fiends with that gigantic punchy man.
Yep.
Well, we're just doing wait strats. He's just waiting so that his black belt can punch Kraken. Doesn't even need to try.
3 hits out of 10. We might want some lock charges on this.
Yeah, that was not what you wanted to see. We're going to wait, we're going to nuke, and then we're going to punch some more. Kraken comes out with... Kraken 2 also has Fire 2. Interesting fact. Ooh, missed. The black belt missed entirely. Does he have Lock 2? Okay, he does have Lock 2. He did pick it up at level 2. There we go. Easier to hit. Here comes the Punch Man. 6 hits, 900 damage. Kraken 2 is down.
Much better.
But I wonder if he had a spooky moment there. If he was like, oh, what now? Gonna punch a dragon. 6 hits for 522. Nuke charge comes out. A little over 100 damage. Tiamat puts that thief to sleep. No worries, though. We're gonna cast Nuke again and punch, punch, punch. That's 7 hits for 512 damage. Another Nuke charge goes out, 101 damage. Ooh, and the White Mage goes to sleep, so nobody else is waking up. Punch Man goes to punch. Ooh, does not take him down. Takes a big hit there from Tiamat. Another Nuke charge goes out, 400 damage on that Nuke. Nice. And Tia 2 goes down. Looks like his black belt is now level 48. Did I see that right?
I think you did. And you gotta love when Nuke rolls 101 and then rolls 400.
It's the law of averages, right?
Yeah. If you ain't first, you last.
Here we go. We also have Not Your Game back into Topher, taking on Carry 2. Lock 2 coming out immediately. I like that play, so that Punch Man can punch. Defense is coming out so that he doesn't get hit. Gonna do defense again. Nuke comes out from Chaos, takes down that Black Mage. It is just Punch Man versus Chaos. Ice 2 comes out. Defense comes out again. Now we're gonna fight. Now we're gonna swing. That was 12 hits for over 1,000 damage. Here we go again. 10 hits for 468. Looks like we're, is this it? Are we gonna get him? 9 hits for 550. Chaos swings and misses. Ooh, a crack. That was scary. And we got him.
GG to our first on-stream finisher and first overall finisher, Jesus the Frog, finishing with official race time, GG time of 43 minutes and 23 seconds. GG.
And with that, we can see Sir Tobalot is taking down Kraken. Looks like, is Forsaken Sadness trying to take that Air Gurnaga tile that we had mentioned earlier about not taking?
He sure is. Watch him go.
Well, his black belt is hitting the airs, which is nice. Not Young Me is, both of his swingers got taken down, and he is going for his third Topher re-entry here. He did grind a few levels, but I think he still does not have a sword to swing, so that's kind of the issue that he's running into here.
Made it up to 27, and as long as we do okay with RNG, I feel like we might just have enough base power to make it through this. Let's see what that Ice Sword is doing. 4 hits 90, 4 hits 324. I'm liking that katana a lot more here.
Yeah, we got to get protect that ninja, I think, and pour the resources into the ninja. Harm 4 comes out, does its job. Shattering the undead. Nice job, Harm 4. We're going to heal up a little bit, and going to see Carry 2 for the third time here. We're going to fight. We're going to Harm 4. We're going to nuke. Just go for it. Balls to the wall. 4 hits, almost 300 damage. 5 hits, a decent amount of damage there. Harm 4 comes out for just over 100 damage. Fire 3 from Carry, using its signature spell, I suppose. Gonna do some more swinging. Gonna quad X, see how that goes over. Oh, just kidding. Ninja takes it down. 4 hits, 326 damage anyway. On to our Kraken 2 battle.
Alright, Kraken 2 battle. Here we go. We're gonna do some more white shirt strats. We're gonna open with Night Nuke, second Invis 2. And we're gonna fast the Knight. So Nuke goes out for 117. We're going to get the party 2 evasion stacks, but this Kraken's going to help us out. Open with Ice 2, that's not going to do a heck of a lot to the party. If we get 2 more stacks of Invis 2, we'll be doing pretty alright on that front, I think. And we're going to start tempering up the fighter. 5 hits 269, that's okay. 2 hits 228, that's okay. Temper goes off, Fade goes out. For 162, incoming melee misses the ninja. That ninja's basically an evade tank at this point. Whew. We're going to try some more fade, some more nuke. Fade for 100, outgoing melee, 3 hits 66. We got to be getting close. The nuke for 386 takes down Kraken. We're on to the melee fiend.
Now, the white shirt is currently in the hands of the ninja.
Yeah.
And we saw a fast charge and a temper charge go on to the knight. Now, yes. I would really like to see Not Young Me pivot into the Knight being the white shirt caster and dumping those fast charge and temper charges into that ninja. The ninja is really the heavy hitter at this point. He's the one that's going to hit harder for you because he's got the better sword.
And we're joined in the booth by our first place finisher,
Mr. Frog.
How's it going?
Going all right. I mean, I can't complain, but I'm going to.
Sure.
Okay.
Let's hear it. What are the complaints?
First off, right out of the gate, I missed Conaria and walked into the castle by mistake. So, good start. Checked the hint. Forgot what the hint was. Had to check again. My routing was all over the place. It was terrible routing. I kept doubling back, getting items that were duds. Couldn't find a grind tile. Tried to grind an ice that I knew was a bad idea. Tried way too long. skipped Northwest Castle. I was like, well, maybe something there. Who knows? Of course, 3 eye tile. I was shocked when I found an eye tile that no one had already finished.
Yeah, I believe you were the second person on screen to find the eye tile. I forget if it was Sir Tobalot or Not Young Me that found it first, but they were both rocking fighter parties, so it was kind of a case of like they needed gear a lot more than they needed levels, so they just like saw it and left. Whereas you, I'm going to assume, were like a kid on Christmas morning as soon as you found it.
That was the only thing that saved me. I needed that tile to have a chance.
Yep. We've noticed that there are not many good grind tiles here, at least in this seed, that were readily available to everyone. Did you end up? I don't know if it was you. I don't think it was you that ended up checking the earth tiles, but the earth tiles were not super useful. There are quite a few like readily available tiles that I feel like should have been early checks for just about everyone in this seed, regardless of party makeup, because we need those early levels. And I mean, there's the Northwest Castle tiles, there's the Earth tiles, and then there's kind of those early two in Volcano Armory. Those 3 locations are all readily available tiles that can easily be checked. One additional spot would be the tiles in Temple of Fiends, if you have that key, so you can get to that as well. There is a potential grind tile there as well. I mean, those are the easy spots that are very close to the overworld that you can kind of readily grind. And I feel like there was a lot of like checking tiles deeper into dungeons that wasn't necessarily ideal. But aside from that point, we do have Not Young Me wrapping up Chaos. He finally broke the barrier, made it on through. And I guess for your edification, Mr. Frog over here, Not Young Me was actually the first one to enter Temple of Fiends Revisited, but this was his 3rd attempt. He entered Temple of Fiends a little short on levels, but was definitely the first one there.
Nice.
With that, we do have Sir Tobalot looking to enter Temple of Fiends here.
And we're joined by our 2nd place on-screen finisher, Not Young Me. How's it going, man?
Great. Good afternoon, everyone.
Howdy.
Hey.
So, take me through the decision-making here on Fighter versus Black Belt.
I wanted to take the black belt. I saw the 20% hit. I've ran a ton of these seeds, and every single time I couldn't find a decent grind. And then, of course, this is the one we see the 3-eye tiled. So that was brutal. I figured when I saw that, I'm like, yeah, someone took a grind and found that fairly early. So I thought I would run the fighter. I saw I think they had ninja spells on there. So I was thinking, okay, definitely early on, it's going to be helpful if we get an early nuke, which we did. But in the long run, didn't pay off.
Yeah, the lack of a sword here is definitely something that came back to bite you. I think Sir Tobalot, he also took a fighter thief white-black party and is also running into my knight does not have a sword issue.
Yeah. Yeah, it's brutal. We did find the katana late, though, on the ninja, and definitely should have pivoted just as that main melee sooner in Topher. I think I had 3 or 4 wipes, and then I was like, what am I doing? Use the katana +1. This Ice 3 isn't getting the job done.
Yeah, I would point out for you, Not Young, that running through this seed, tell me why you made the earth dive as early as you did. Not having a rod, you went for it, and kind of we were sitting here going, did this guy read a hint that gave him that information, or does he just have a galaxy brain?
I did not. I mean, I was right there. I knew you could get at least 2 incentive items. It takes about 40 seconds to get down there. I know that can be make or break, but it's kind of one of those gambles you need to make on this. I made it. I was definitely excited to see the rod there. So certainly felt good. I think I had 4 orbs lit, not like under 28 or something like that. So I was flying through, but I think as everyone was probably saying, levels were not good. But that earth play was certainly something that helped me feel a little bit confident.
Our tracker is helpfully highlighting for us that Sir Tobalot did manage to find the Maza. It's a Maza -3, and it was somewhere in Volcano.
Gotcha. All right.
that, we do have Forsaken Sadness entering Topher. Entered it at around 52 and a half minutes here. So he's going to be running it down here. He does have a pretty big black belt at this point. He did not take it all the way to 42, it looks like, because he does not have that full 999 HP. So, Jesus the Frog, you took your black belt all the way to that 42. I think you ended up having like a level 48 or 49 black belt at the end here. What prompted you to take that black belt all the way, kind of that 42 mark? With that, he did have that blessing of additional hit percentage, did he not?
Yeah, well, I knew I didn't have Cure 4. I didn't have the Ruse Stick or Invis 2 shirt. I didn't have Fast. I didn't have Temper. The only thing I could do is maximum power, so 12 hits, and as much HP as I could get. So I knew he had a solo.
For my part, thank you for living the 12-hit meme dream.
Yep.
Like, I always see people that are just like, 20% hit, that means I can only go to 36. I'm like, no. That means you can go to 48 and get 12 hits.
Right. Also, I had no ribbon, so I needed all the MDF I could possibly get.
Mm-hmm. So we've got Sertobalot on tier 2, having some trouble getting through. Meanwhile, we've got Forsaken on Kraken. Double nukes go out for a combination around 300 damage, but this punch, 5 hits, 713. So Sertobalot entered with a bit more time, but we see the power of the black belt easily catching up. We'll see if it overtakes.
Yeah, that black belt actually took 2 swats from Kraken there and was down to 200 HP. So that has to be a little bit scary to have him get decked twice and stay up. But that's the power of the, black belt vitality there.
Mm-hmm.
So another kind of itemization thing I want to point out here that Forsaken Sadness is doing on his side, and I think that Not Young Me, you had it going for you as well. It's about where you end up placing your white shirt. I think that Forsaken Sadness here has the power gauntlet and is using that power gauntlet to power up his punch man. Additionally, you, Not Young, had the white shirt on your ninja for a while, who was kind of going to be your big hitter there.
Right.
And I guess I would argue or encourage that kind of that white shirt should end up on someone that's not going to be your primary swinger, particularly if you want to get those charges off. That knight for you, Not Young, is definitely a more ideal candidate in my opinion. And for Forsaken here, I think one of his black mages, or even, his white mage has Invis too, so he's probably not going that direction. Could probably get both casts off in the same round. But one of those black mages should definitely have that white shirt.
Yeah, no, certainly makes sense. I think I moved that white shirt around to 3 different three different people. But yeah, I think on the last attempt in Topher, I moved that up to the knight because I knew that the sword wasn't doing much. I was going to run out of nukes eventually. That was literally going to be my second Invis 2 caster on that. But certainly couldn't agree more.
All right, we've got both of our remaining runners taking on Chaos here. We've got some magic casts going off on either side, nukes going out. We've got the temper casts going out from Sertobalot, trying to power up that massive field knight there. We're going to cast a little bit out of that ninja. Going to go for some more casts here. I think we got to start swinging here soon. Here comes the crack on Forsaken Sadness' side. Takes out everyone except for that black belt. Time to punch, my dude. Time to punch. 1,300 damage there. Gonna fight again. Black belt punches. Lots of damage. Takes him down real quick. And again, as Fizzle emphasized a few seconds ago, we get to see the power of the black belt here. We had Forsaken Sadness entering Temple of Fiends Revisited a minute or two behind Sertobalot, but Sertobalot's having to power up, work through, kind of make a bunch of these casts, power up his swingers, make sure that everything can take down these fiends. Whereas we had Forsaken Sadness just punching.
GG's to Forsaken.
So,
and GG's to Jesus the Frog.
So to go through the standings real quick, we had first place on screen and in the run, Jesus the Frog at 43.23. Second place off screen was 4x11 GD at 44.42. Third place, Sin Pyro at 47.57. Fourth place on stream, Not Young Me at 49.40. Off-screen fifth place, Mr. Ibis at 51.57. And on-screen third place, in total sixth place, Forsaken Sadness, finishing with an official time of 57.02. Right behind him, seventh place, Sir Tobalot, 58.28. We're going to see if we can get both of our runners in here for an interview.
Yeah, GG's to all. Nice work, everyone. Getting those sub-hour runs in.
And
awesome.
And we're joined by both Forsaken Sadness and Sir Tobalot. GG's to both of yous.
Yeah, thank you. That was a good run, guys.
So
certainly a good run for the black belt. Late, no weapons, and late, fast and tempered definitely hurt the night.
Probably shouldn't have went with fighter and thief. I probably should have went with two fighters, but oh well.
Yeah, walk us through that decision, Tobes. What made you pick those fighters or the fighter thief over potential black belt combo?
Well, I saw that the fighter had ninja spells, and this is the party I usually run. So I was thinking, well, this is the party I'm used to. Let's go ahead and run with that. I probably need to start mixing it up with black belt a little bit more.
Yeah, I think the fact that the only way to gather experience here really is to take down some sort of grind tile definitely lends itself to that black belt methodology. So definitely something to follow up on or look into a little bit more. Forsaken, yeah. we saw some unfortunate grinds take place on your end. Can you walk us through kind of how you were feeling about? It looks like you tried on a few different grinds. Can you walk us through that at all? Oh, he's in chat, but it won't let him talk.
I don't think it's on server end. See if we can get the technical issues worked out.
Strange, he was talking to me in the waiting room.
Huh. Interesting. So I guess now that we have, now that the four of you are all here, whoever didn't know, the eye tile was in Northwest Castle. So if you were hunting for tiles, that was the place to go. Mm-hmm. And something that I did point out earlier, I think it was just Young and the Frog in here, but there are several tiles that are very easy to get to, quality grind tiles that you don't need to, or could be quality, who knows, but easy tiles to get through from the overworld. Definitely recommend checking Earth Cave. Definitely recommend checking those Northwest Castle tiles, and kind of the introductory tiles there in Volcano are always good places to check as well. And if you've got the key, Northwest Castle is open to you, and there is a tile, at those chests in Temple of Fiends. Those are all kind of easy. They're very close to the surface tiles that you can kind of grind and get out if you need to. I did notice that there was some of our runners here checking tiles that were kind of deep in water, checking tiles that were just deeper in dungeons, harder to get out of. I know that ice can be tempting with the vanilla Final Fantasy strat of grinding the eye or the agama, both deep tiles in Volcano and ice. But, with the randomized tiles on here, being able to check those tiles and get tiles that are closer to the surface that can provide some quality experience is a strat I would recommend.
Yeah, I did check the Earth tile in Hall of Giants Will. I checked one. I got 4 unwinnable trolls that had over 400 HP, so I just resetted that and didn't look back.
Yeah, that's fair. The other tile was Cerberus, so you weren't missing out there.
Yes.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Forsaken, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Sweet.
Hoorah!
That was definitely a fun seed there.
Yeah, so talk us through your grind choices.
Well, I was trying to find a good grind for solo, and I thought I had one with the curse sharks, but there were just too many of the little sea hags with them, and I just couldn't do much with it. Then I got hit with the freaking what are they called? The Ankylosaurus ones, and just wiped there. I tried again, did what I could to get as high as levels possible, and figured I'd get the rest of the levels as I continued moving through, but it just wasn't going well for me grind-wise.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this was a seed with a 3-eye tile sitting in Northwest Castle.
Yeah, I was still a little shell-shocked over the seed I ran a couple days before where they all had gaze and just were murdering me, so I'm kind of glad I didn't find them.
Fair enough. All right, I think we're ready to... Any final thoughts on the seed? Let's start with you, Jesus the Frog, our winner here. Any final thoughts?
Just, I think with my forfeit last race, I'm out of the running for actually going on, but I can't be unhappy about 3 first place finishes, and I feel like I can take the duckling roll off after this and feel comfortable with running the game.
Nice, very nice. And Not Young Me, over to you.
Yeah, well, LFB and Valerio, appreciate you guys doing comms, and I'm not sure who's tracking. I see Danny on here, so whoever's tracking and restreaming, really appreciate you guys. Everyone putting this together, the whole tournament. It's a lot of fun. And then second, GG to Jesus Frog on winning this bad boy, and to the rest of the racers. So really enjoyed the experience and appreciate everyone.
Yeah, thanks, man. Danny is definitely the one tracking, so all props go to her.
Nice.
Over to you, sir. Forsaken Sadness. Sorry. Final thoughts from you?
Yeah, I want to thank you guys for running this. This is my very first derby, and I've had nothing but fun. Everybody in this community has been amazing and helpful, and I feel like I've learned a lot from you guys, and thank you guys for doing what you guys do.
Aw, well, thank you for the kind words. Reaching out to everyone. I think we can throw the Discord link and everything in chat, maybe, probably. It's an awesome community, and we have a good time. And last but certainly not least, Sir Tobalot, any final thoughts from you?
Oh, I'd just like to thank everybody for putting this thing on. It's a great community, and I'm glad I got into it. And hope for another fun season this winter.
Love to hear it. All right, Fizzle, what you got?
Big shout out to all 4 of our runners for the show they put on today. Go ahead and give them a follow. Thank you to Danny for doing all the tracking as always, even if I'm a little oops on reading the notes sometimes, my bad. Big shout out to Celerio Rex, who jumped in the booth with me with like 20 minutes notice. Celerio, take us home.
All right, everyone. This has been week 4 of our Duckling Derby. I hope you all had a wonderful time. Our racers put on an excellent show, so again, go follow them if you can. The Discord link is in chat, so we love it. Thank you to RPG Limit Break for hosting us here. Fizzle, thanks for reaching out. Happy to jump in the booth with you. And Danny, as always, thank you for being the wonderful tracker that we know you to be. With that, thanks everyone, and have a fantastic Sunday.